Hello, this is going to be a tutorial on how to solve the Rainbow Cube. The Rainbow Cube is a very fun puzzle, and it's the second easiest puzzle on the market. The easiest puzzle being the platypus, and this puzzle being the second easiest puzzle. Okay, so the reason that it's a good thing to know how to solve a Rainbow Cube is because it's easier than a Rubik's Cube, and a lot of the concepts that are used to solve the Rainbow Cube can be applied to the Rubik's Cube. So if you know how to solve this puzzle, when you learn to solve the Rubik's Cube, it'll be a little bit easier for you. If you want to purchase a Rainbow Cube, there are many places you can purchase one. One of them is off of Cube4U.com. Another one is off of eBay. And you can also search for it, and you'll probably find it. Rainbow Cubes, however, tend to be a little bit expensive, so if you're on a budget, this might not be the best puzzle for you to get. Okay, so let's go ahead and scramble this thing, and we can start to solve it. Okay, I think that's good enough. So the cube is now scrambled. Let's go ahead and talk about how to solve it. The way we're going to solve this puzzle is we're going to solve it in 3 layers. We're going to solve it in kind of a first triangle layer. Then we're going to solve kind of this blob layer right here. And then the last layer is another triangle layer. So what you want to do is you want to pick a triangle to be your triangle layer. Now it has to be a center triangle, not one of these outer ones. I'm going to start with white because that's normally what I start with. And what you want to do is you want to get these 3 triangles to all be white. Just like this. This first step is pretty intuitive, and you pretty much have to figure it out on your own, but it's not too difficult. Okay, so I've done that. Now all these are white. Now just so you know, these square stickers and these square colors are not important, and you don't have to use them to solve the cube. They offer a slight bit of visual aid, but you really don't need them in order to solve the cube. The only stickers that you have to pay attention to are the triangle stickers. Okay. Now what happens is when you solve this white triangle, what you want is you want to have the primary color match up, which in this case is white, and the secondary color to also match up, like this piece. It has light blue, and it's matching the light blue center. This piece is not in the correct spot, because even though the primary color is matching, the white here, this navy is supposed to go over here with this navy, and this purple is supposed to go with this purple. So how do you switch pieces around? It's not too difficult. All I need to do is move one of the pieces out of this layer by moving it downward, then bring over the piece that's supposed to go. So this one's supposed to go with navy, so we're going to take the one that's actually matched up with navy and we're going to swap them. So again, you push this one down, you bring this one over to where this one just was, swap them out, and then you can align the navy like so. And at this point all you have to do is bring that white back up. And that's how you switch around those pieces. And that's a basic move that is useful for this and the Rubik's Cube. Okay, so now that you've solved your first triangle layer, we're going to put that triangle layer on the bottom, and we're never going to turn it again because it's already solved. We don't want to mess with it. Okay. Also, you're not going to turn any of the secondary colors. So like the purple face, you're not going to turn the purple face, you're not going to turn the blue face, and you're not going to turn the light blue face. The only faces that you can turn is this top triangle layer and any of these triangle layers. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to pick a color, let's just say light blue, and we're going to solve all the triangles. This one is already solved. See, the light blue is matching and the lightish green is matching. And you can also tell because of that yellow that's matching these other 3 yellow, but again, that's more of a visual aid and you don't really need it. What's important is that the triangles are matching each other. So let's go ahead and look for the other light blue. The other light blue is right here. Okay, now before we can get it over here, we have to get it into the top layer. And in order to do this, this is the move we're going to perform. First of all, you're going to take the piece, this is the top layer by the way, you're going to move the piece into the top layer, you're going to rotate the top layer out of the way and then rotate the face in the opposite direction. So basically you bring up the piece, you move it out of the way, and then you restore the original. Now the piece is in the top layer right here, so now we can move it into this layer. Again, we're trying to match up the light blue and this light blue here. Now we can turn it straight down because there's no other pieces that we're messing up. So that one's pretty simple to do. Now, if you already have a piece in the way, so let's say we're trying to solve this navy here, and this light blue is already solved. So what we don't want to do is we don't want to do this. We don't want to rotate this navy right here to here, straight down, like so. Because you'll notice, as I make this rotation, the navy to navy, as I do this, this light blue comes apart. And we don't want to do that because the light blue was already solved. So how do we get around this? Well, it's very simple. It's very similar to the way you get a piece out. So think of it as swapping these two pieces, and I've already done this earlier. You move one over, you bring up the piece that's in the spot that you want to put your new piece. So in this case, this is the bad piece. You bring it up onto the top layer, you swap it out with the good piece, and then lower the good piece and pair it up, just like that. Okay, let's do that again. Let's try to find this purple. Okay, the purple's right here. Again, we already have a piece solved, so we can't just move it straight down because it'll mess that piece up. So we move the purple out of the way, bring up the bad piece, swap them out, and lower the purple and match it up, just like that. Okay, now we only have two more left. Now this one, we don't have a solved piece, so in this case we can just solve one of them. And last one is purple, which is right here. And again, we want to move it out of the way, bring up the bad piece, align the purple, or yellow rather, and then match it up with the purple. And if you've done that correctly, the top layer should solve itself. Okay, that's how you solve the rainbow cube. Hope this tutorial helped you. As you can see, it was a pretty easy puzzle and not too complicated of a solve. If you have any questions, feel free to ask by posting a comment or sending me a message. I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have. Again, thank you for watching. If you like this video and want to see more like it, please check out my channel or subscribe to my channel so you can look at more of my videos. So again, hope this tutorial helped. Thank you for watching. Please rate and subscribe.